might be wondering how, as a beginner investor, the other investors out there make trades. Because you see, when you look at the stock market, people make trades daily or every month, and you're kind of wondering, how do I make a trade and why would I choose to buy company A over company B? In today's video, I'm going to be telling you to smash that like button. I'm going to be talking about why I bought this stock recently and sharing the 4 reasons as to my conviction for purchasing it. I'm going to be referencing tip number 5, which I posted in my previous video, having a good fundamental reason for purchasing the stock. Hey guys, welcome back to the Fire Grind. On this channel we talk about everything and anything that has to do with personal finance or the ability to retire early. In this video, I'll be going over how you can subscribe to my channel and like the video. After that, we'll be going over my Wealthsimple portfolio, which I've built up. I'll be sharing the trades that I made in the market this week. And after that, I'll be going over the 4 reasons as to why I bought a particular stock in my portfolio. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So the portfolio has been doing fairly well over the past week, and it's been recovering after the dip that we saw the previous week. I'm up about $258, and I believe that's due to the coronavirus. The fears are kind of subsiding. Investors are realizing that the impact is not going to be as great, and there are some pretty good deals that have come about. I believe also that the 401ks that people have put money into for this new year, they're looking for places to invest, so there's still a lot of money out there that's uninvested that needs to be invested soon. So maybe that's what pushed the market a little bit higher this week. As for the moves that have happened in my portfolio, let's just load that up right now. You can see that I bought some Canada Goose stock, Alta Gas, ATS, and Well Health, as well as I sold some Cineplex. I sold the Cineplex position because Cineworld has taken it over and there's not much more price movement, so I wanted to take that cash out so I can invest in other things. And for the stock that I'm going to be talking about today is Canada Goose, which is the largest purchase that I made last week. So let's get into the 4 reasons as to why I bought Canada Goose. The first reason as to why I bought Canada Goose is because the company has been fairly oversold. If you look at the stock chart, the stock has dropped from $80 or so to $41 as of last Friday, and this is a 50% sell-off. And I believe that Canada Goose is undervalued at this point by investors, and there's a lot of fear in the market right now. There's 2 main reasons as to why the stock is sold off. If you look at the news and you've been following it, the Asian markets have been hit fairly hard over the past maybe half a year or so. The first event being the Hong Kong protests. And we know that Canada Goose, they opened up their first store in Hong Kong, and that store is a fairly high growth because the people in Hong Kong like to buy luxury goods. However, with the protests, people have been fairly reluctant to go out and shop. A lot of mainland Chinese people don't go over to Hong Kong to shop because there is a lot of resentment towards mainland. So that's been affecting the Canada Goose sales from September to, let's say, December or so. And the second reason is coronavirus. And we know the stores, when they opened up in China, there were just massive long lineups. The lineups kind of went around the block and people just wanted to get in. However, with coronavirus, I believe the stores have actually shut down because of safety of workers. Canada Goose decided that it wasn't good for the stores to be open, as well as they knew there wasn't going to be as much foot traffic because everyone's staying indoors. So for these 2 reasons, I believe investors have flocked out of the stock, and the stock has become oversold. The second reason why I bought Canada Goose is because I've seen the net income rise even with the headwind that it's faced recently. With the 2 incidences in Asia, the net income has still continued to rise at about a 30% clip. And with that kind of growth, once these temporary events they subside, and I believe this will happen in the next 6 months, because this is the same thing that happened with SARS back in the year 2000. We should be seeing a lot of the Chinese market just booming because everyone's out and about back on the streets, and they're going to be walking around and shopping because they've sort of missed out on that in the past 6 months with the fear of coronavirus. So I believe Canada Goose will continue to recover Their growth numbers will continue to increase as we get out of the slump, or slump as we see it. 30% growth is still amazing for a lot of other companies. And Canada Goose, I think, will ride this out because they still are profitable and they will continue to grow. And I believe their growth will actually increase in the next year or so as these events subside. The third reason as to why I bought Canada Goose is because of their strong CEO. Danny Reese is actually the son of the original founder. He took over the company in year 2000, and ever since then he has done 4 major things to transform the company. The first one is implementing the direct-to-consumer model, and this is basically, instead of selling their products to wholesalers like the Bay or sports stores or like REI, for example, rather than that, they're tackling the e-commerce market, where they're boosting their sales on their website as well as opening physical retail stores. And if you look at how many stores they've opened in the past 3 years, 2017 they had 1 store which they opened in 2017, and as of today they have about 11 physical retail stores. So over 3 years they've 11 times the number of stores that they have, and we can see the effects of this that it's had on their net income and also their margin as well. So if I pull up a chart right now, we can see that their margin on the product originally in 2017 was about 50%. And what this means is that it costs them, basically the price that you're paying, half of it is going towards expenses such as the cost of the material or just paying the employees that are used to sell the product. However, that margin of 50% has actually shot up to about 75%. And this is because they've shifted away from wholesale to direct-to-consumer. And we can see that the direct-to-consumer has been growing at triple digits originally, and now it's maybe in the more 30 to 40% growth. And I believe as they continue to open stores strategically in these highly dense metropolitan areas, they will continue to see this growth. However, over the year 2019, I believe they haven't actually opened many stores. Last time I checked, they still have 11 retail locations. And I believe that after coronavirus has sort of settled down, Canada Goose will continue to open stores in China, as China is the largest luxury goods market in the world. And the last reason that I believe that Canada Goose CEO has done good for the company is that he has expanded the product line. He's done this in 2 ways. He's introduced new products like knitwear, which is good for winter as well as fall and spring, so that he's offering different products alongside parkas that kind of complement that sort of product type, as well as they've made a recent purchase of a company called Baffin, and they make footwear. So this is also continuing to complement their original offering, which is the parkas that you see and that you know Canada Goose for. And the fourth reason as to why I bought Canada Goose stock is they've been profitable since IPO. No one likes a company that loses money, because that just gives you a lot of uncertainty as to whether the company will ever be able to turn a profit. However, since 2017, when the company went public, they've disclosed that they have been profitable since then till now. And their profits have continued to grow, as I mentioned, at a 30 to 40% clip, and it will continue to do so, I believe, in the next 3 years, even though they only guide for about a 20% growth. So this concludes the 4 reasons as to why I bought Canada Goose stock. I hope this information was useful to you, so that you know how I chose this stock to buy and what kind of research that goes into it. It's not only looking at the numbers or just looking at what's happening on social media. You have to consider everything. You have to consider the numbers along with social media and all the news that's happening around the company to make an informed decision when you choose to buy a company. If you have any questions about the content that I presented here today, or just want to know a bit more about stock analysis, you can leave a comment down below. I reply to every single comment as quickly as I can. Smash the like button and click the subscribe button if you just want to hear more from this channel. And I hope you have enjoyed the stock analysis. Keep up the grind and have a great day.